Okay. It's been a minute. It's a interesting, bumpy type of a time for me, as you can imagine. If you've been following along, puppy is still here. As of today, we're officially paying the deposit on her. Apartment's made an exception for us. I mean, because she's cute. Everyone's been just knowing how cute she is, and including my first spammer trying to claim her. Whole world out there for all different kinds of things. Internet. And on top of that, Rudy's not even in here. I mean, they've seen each other, and including Darcy. There's still they're all still trying to get used to each other, but just Rudy at the moment, I don't know, she loves my sister's window. So I think she's sleeping in there for a little bit while I was taking a shower. We might hear her at the door, I don't know. So, tell me how y'all are doing. Are y'all having crazy times? Crazy hard times? Financial? Relational? And do you remember, since you're here, if you are here at this study, I'm gonna say you have an inkling of who is in the middle of it all. I don't know the theology behind what different people's walks look like. They're supposed to. My own personal theology, just how close I've been to him, how casual I've been in my relationship with God. Let me actually say his name, be clear who we're talking about. But yeah, it's been reaffirmed. He has reaffirmed it in my life several times. Go watch my testimony videos of how he wants to be known by me. I fidget. Let's see. Numbers 21. We're in the 20s. How far have we got? "36 chapters. Some more than halfway, right? Yes. Let's see. Let's pray as my hair frizzes up. Lord, I had imagined up to this point, and now I understand what parents must go through, what mothers must go through at least. Has that changed? Just how full your mind can get. Your brain, your heart, your just everything, just how consumed you are just with their energy. We have a puppy. We have a puppy. Rudy and Darcy, the older two, not so much of a problem, but this little one, she's actually sleeping through the night now, I think. But there's the heat and humidity, there's the move. We're just now starting with the kitchen. The last thing is the living room. Haven't finished the kitchen. It's so important, Lord, that I come back here. And I could do this without the channel. The accountability of the channel is pretty good. At the same time, there's the whole, presenting it to someone versus just it being you and me. But Father, be with us this morning as we read your word. I'm doing okay with it this morning, but you never know. Just I pray for anybody else coming along. I don't know, just to help. If there are any dreams that are lingering from the night before. I prayed this with you the other day, just one that was, in particular, that was just disturbing and lingering. Asked you to remove it, and you did. And not simply, not quickly, but Father, for me and for whoever comes along today, just continue to remind us who you are, moment by moment. Continue to remind us of the reality that we are living in. We keep being distracted, to not notice, to not realize. We weren't meant to do this without you, moment by moment. Have relationships without you. Make any type of decision, small or large, without you. Not meant to do this without walking with you. Pray these things in your name. Amen. Keep having thoughts in the chaos of it all about just giving up on the channel, just, you know, letting it slide, letting it disappear, let it go away. I don't know. Again, I hate stopping where everybody stops in a read through, but anyway, let's read. Oh, as I fidget and fidget and fidget because my hair is drying and I'm not a hair person. Okay. 21:14. Now there's hair all over the Bible. Okay. Therefore, wherefore, let's see. Oh, Aaron has died. Miriam, Moses' wife. No, Miriam is Moses' sister, has died. And I wonder why we brought that up when she's not been a major character in the story since Egypt. But she was significant to them, so she brought that up. We struck the rock because we were mad. Arad conquered the bronze serpent. The heifer cleansing. Edom. So we're in the middle of the fiery serpent. Because he's not wiping them out, but he's certainly punishing them for complaining. I mean, he's wiping out some. Therefore, it is said in the book of the wars of the Lord. Oh boy. I'm not reading all these names. Well, stands to the side and leans to the border. That's not a complete sentence. Okay, they're listing out, I'm backing up. Backing up to 9. And Moses made a bronze serpent and set it on a standard, and it came about that if a serpent bit any man, when he looked to the bronze serpent, he lived. Now the sons of Israel moved out and camped in Obeth. They journeyed from Obeth and camped at there in the wilderness, which is opposite Moab to the east. From there they set out and camped there. And they journeyed and camped on the other side of the Arnon, which is in the wilderness that comes out of the border of the Amorites. Y'all, I'm skipping all these names, where they traveled. We know they traveled in a circle. And in studying it like this, it's lost on us the significance of these places. God's grace covers. The scholars we are not. It bugs me to no end, whether it's OCD, whether it's DNA, whether it's complain about apathy, complain about all the things that are significant that have just been thrown out. And I'm just gonna do the same. Tell me how y'all feel about that if you've come this far. For yourselves, for just any point in your lives, in your walk, in any area, in anything. And then in what we're doing here. "16 from there they continued to Beer, that is the well where the Lord said to Moses, assemble the people that I may give them water." So they literally circled back then. And Israel sang this song, "Spring up, O well, sing to it, the well which the leaders sank, which the nobles of the people dug, with the scepter and with their staffs." And from the wilderness they continued to all these places. "20 at the top of there, which overlooks the wasteland." 21 to Israel. I'm taking notes. The Israelites wander. Then Israel sent messengers to the king of the Amorites, saying, "Let me pass through your land." So again, like we just did in Edom, "Let me pass through your land. We will not turn off into field or vineyard. We will not drink water from wells." Yeah, same words. "We will go by the king's highway until we have passed through your border." But Sihon, the king of the Amorites, would not permit Israel to pass through his border. So he gathered all his people and went out against Israel in the wilderness, came to there, fought them. Israel struck him with the edge of the sword and took possession of his land. Did we do that to Edom? How did it go with Edom? Oh, Israel turned away from Edom. Okay. But we defeated the king of the Amorites. We defeated the Amorites and took their land. Took possession of his land. "25 Israel took all these cities, and Israel lived in all the cities of the Amorites in the middle of their wandering." Interesting. "26 For Heshbon was the city of Sihon, king of the Amorites, who had fought against the former king of Moab, and had taken all his land out of his hand, as far as the Arnon. Therefore those who use Proverbs say, 'Come to Heshbon, let it be built. So let the city of Sihon be established. For a fire went forth from Heshbon, a flame from the town of Sihon. It devoured Ar of Moab, the dominant heights of the Arnon. Woe to you, O Moab, you are ruined, O people of Chemosh. He has given his sons as fugitives and his daughters into captivity to an Amorite king, Sihon. but we have cast them down. Heshbon is ruined as far as Dibon. Then we have laid waste even to there which reaches there. Thus Israel lived in the land of the Amorites. Moses sent a spy out to there, and they captured its villages and dispossessed the Amorites who were there. When they turned and went up by way of Bashan, and Og, the king of Bashan, went out with his people for battle at Edrei. But the Lord said to Moses, "Do not fear him, for I have given him into your hand." Mark that, Bashan. Do not fear him, for I have given him into your hand, and all his people and all his land, and you shall do to him as you did to Sihon, king of the Amorites, who lived in Heshbon. So they killed him and his sons and all his people, until there were no remnant left him, and they possessed his land. So they settled in some land in the middle of their wanderings. Chapter 22, at minute 22. Then the sons of Israel journeyed and camped in the plains of Moab beyond the Jordan opposite Jericho. Now Balak, the son of Zippor, saw all that Israel had done to the Amorites. So Moab was in great fear because of the people, for they were numerous. And Moab was in dread of the sons of Israel. Moab said to the elders of Midian, "Now this horde will lick up all that is around us, as the ox licks up the grass of the field." And Balak the son of Zippor was king of Moab at that time. So he sent messengers to Balaam the son of Beor at Pethor. Let me slow down. Moab was getting ready for the Israelites. And Moab is a significant name. So let's see if I can retain what happens here. Called to Balaam, son of Beor, saying, in verse 5, "Behold, a people came out of Egypt. Behold, they cover the surface of the land, and they are living opposite me." That's one way to put it. "Now therefore, please come, curse this people for me, since they are too mighty for me. Perhaps I may be able to defeat them and drive them out of the land." Again, this is not what I remember Numbers being. I thought it was just a bunch of rules. Maybe it's Deuteronomy. "For I know that he whom you bless is blessed, and he whom you curse is cursed." Ooh. This is to Balaam, son of Beor. "7, so the elders of Moab And the elders of Midian departed with the fees for divination in their hand, and they came to Balaam and repeated Balak's words to him. He said to them, "Spend the night here, and I will bring word back to you as the Lord may speak to me." And the leaders of Moab stayed with Balaam. Then God came to Balaam and said, "Who are these men with you?" Balaam said to God, "Balak the son of Zippor, king of Moab, has sent word to me. Behold, there is a people who came out of Egypt, now cover the surface of the land. Now come, curse them for me, perhaps I may be able to fight against them and drive them out." God said to Balaam, "Do not go with them." Should we know Balaam? God's talking to him. Should we know him from? Do not go with them. You shall not curse the people, for they are blessed. So Balaam arose in the morning and said to Balak's leaders, "Go back to your land, for the Lord has refused to let me go with you." The leaders of Moab arose and went to Balak and said, "Balaam refused to come with us." And Balak again sent leaders more numerous and more distinguished than the former. They came to Balaam and said to him, "Thus says Balak the son of Zippor, let nothing, I beg you, hinder you from coming to me, for I will indeed honor you richly and will do whatever you say to me. Please come then, curse this people for me." Balaam replied to the servants of Balak, "Though Balak were to give me his house full of silver and gold, I could not do anything, either small or great, contrary to the command of the Lord my God." We have the story of the Israelites, but they're not the only ones walking with God. Now please, you also stay here tonight, and I will find out what else the Lord will speak to me. God came to Balaam at night and said to him, "If the men have come to call you, rise up and go with them, but only the word which I speak to you shall do." So Balaam arose in the morning, saddled his donkey, and went with the leaders of Moab, his donkey. But God was angry because he was going. And keep reading. And the angel of the Lord took his stand in the way. So yes, I've heard this story before, and I feel like there's things missing. He told him, "Don't touch the people because they are blessed," and he said, "Okay. If you gave me your palace and your riches, I would not go against the Lord, my God." And the Lord said, "Okay, go with them, but only do what I say." And then he was mad at him for going. There's things missing. But then we also wouldn't get this story, so I mean, God was angry because he was going, and the angel of the Lord took his stand in the way as an adversary against him. Now he was riding on his donkey, and his two servants were with him. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way with his drawn sword in his hand, the donkey turned off from the way and went into the field. But Balaam struck the donkey to turn her back into the way. Then the angel of the Lord stood in a narrow path of the vineyards, with a wall on this side and a wall on that side. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, he pressed herself to the wall and pressed Balaam's foot against the wall, so he struck her again. The angel of the Lord went further and stood in a narrow place where there was no way to turn to the right hand or the left. Claustrophobia. When the donkey saw the angel of the Lord, she lay down under Balaam. So Balaam was angry and struck the donkey with his stick. And the Lord opened the mouth of the donkey. Why only then? I want to be able to talk to him. And she said to Balaam, "What have I done to you that you have struck me these 3 times?" Sorry, I keep bumping the thing. Oh, and look, we're at 30 minutes. Oh, poor girl. 22, 28. Balaam's donkey. And now it's just left for me to get this uploaded and deal with the puppy and get to work. It's Monday. That means there's a new Delta Flyers podcast. Oh, y'all. Who is here? I know these last couple of videos have been wild. Well, just this whole channel is rough. I don't know. I mean, I know that I can't see myself getting around to getting back to doing things with the channel, or just figuring out if the channel should still be around till I'm done unpacking, till, Father, I trust you. I want to stay with my life, but you know better. You know my true intentions, my motivations. How distracted I am. The work you've done, what's sticking, and how that is going to affect day by day. How I'm going to hold on to it. Oh, the Israelites. Oh, the ancient world. To know and understand, to study, but not everyone has to. Significance, just we have you, Father, with us. We who are not Israelites. Crazy, crazy, wild world, wild life that you have us going through. Thank you for who you are and what you've done. Help anyone who's come this far. to realize what that means past the monotony of saying the words, the tradition of saying the words, the muscle memory. Father, be with me today. Start a new week, a new day. With this puppy. With the other two fuzzies. With Amy. With my family. With the people I come into contact with. Be over this channel, Lord. Help me to hear you and obey you. I'm so distracted right now. You know how to break through that and get my attention. Thank you for this time without Puppy. I'm sorry it's without Rudy, but oh Lord, I pray all these things in your precious name. Amen. I could fall back asleep, yeah. I think that's gonna be my thumbnail. With my eyes closed, you think? Bye, y'all.